Hello friends, I'm in Seattle. I'm going out to enjoy the nature and I'll share with you certain aspects about life and leadership. And today I'll speak from the perspective of philosophy. And I'm a server of Brainstorm in the year 2021. I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. So, it's, so this is the uh, this is the home where my son Ramkrishna Sai lives, and this I am enjoying the ambience, and I am going for a walk. So here the weather is changing very fast, and it's very cold, and there is fog. Today onwards, I started observing fog, and there is no rain today. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Professor M.S. Rao. I have authored 53 books, including the award-winning book titled See the Light in You, for which the Noble Laureate, His Holiness Dalai Lama, has written a foreword. I have 43 years of diversified experience, including Indian Air Force, business, teaching and training. I am a late bloomer, dyslexic, ADHD, OCD. Add to that the brain stroke worsened my health in the year 2021. I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler. I don't get any pension, I don't have any regular income. I am 61 years old. I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. Despite all these challenges, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. So today onwards, so let me start. Yes, I introduce myself. So I'll briefly explain about Seattle. And today the climate has changed. Weather is pleasant, but it's foggy. Seattle has weather which is very inclement, in the sense sometimes it is foggy, sometimes it rains, it drizzles, sometimes it is sunny. Overall it's a good city and a good place, and for the last 3 months we are in Seattle, and we don't know how time flew, and initially for a month I found it difficult because of my health aspects, but somehow I adjusted to the weather and the place, and I'm very happy that I'm in Seattle, and I came to Seattle for the first time with my wife. We both are living with my younger son Ramkrishna Sai. We are in fall season, and I think we are close to 3 months. I think we are into fall season, and weather is changing very fast, but overall it's an amazing experience and pleasant weather right now. But we can't predict how the weather changes very fast, but it changes very fast in Seattle, so we should be prepared. If any rain comes, so there is nothing, we can't stop it. So it's unpredictable. The weather is unpredictable in Seattle. Hopefully, I don't think there will be any rain. And the Seattle is a very beautiful city, and the cost of living is the cost of living. So I'm with my wife, and she's walking along with me. It's very cold. It's getting cold. I think there will be snow within a month in Seattle. Because today itself I found foggy weather. First time I have seen heavy. It's very foggy, and we can't hear the sounds of aircraft. There are 2 airports here in Seattle, and usually we watch we hear the sounds, and also we watch the aircrafts flying, because these 2 airports are very close to the place where we are living now. And Seattle and Bellevue are closely connected, and Seattle and Bellevue are just like twin cities of Telangana in India. They are Secunderabad and Hyderabad. And Seattle is an amazing place, and the thing is, entrepreneurship thrives in Seattle. There are a couple of companies, they are doing good. Boeing, of course, which has got some challenges currently. But apart from Boeing, there are other companies include Amazon, Microsoft, Nordstrom, Costco, Starbucks are doing good, and they are in Seattle. And the entrepreneurs had a vision very long back, and they started nothing, but they grew and became successful entrepreneurs, and they added immense value to the people and the society. And as a result, people started migrating from various parts to Seattle. And Seattle, the cost of living is a bit higher than Dallas, but it is lower than New York. And I visited a couple of places in Seattle, and my wife and I enjoyed a lot. And really, we are very happy that my son has paid the bills and is arranging everything, and he takes care of me and my wife. So we are very happy for my younger son, Ramakrishna Sai. And talking about entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship is very challenging, and it comes with opportunities and threats. And entrepreneurs convert threats into opportunities. And entrepreneurs are optimistic by nature, and they are resilient, and they embrace change. They keep moving, and whenever they find challenges, they resolve the problems, and they keep moving. They adjust, and they keep moving. That's how the entrepreneurs succeed. And entrepreneurship is for brave-hearted, not for faint-hearted. So let me repeat this statement. Entrepreneurship is for brave-hearted, not for faint-hearted. And people want to become entrepreneurs, but it's not easy. It's not a bed of roses. It involves lots of failures, setbacks, and lots of aspects involved in it. But despite that, we must encourage entrepreneurship. When you set up enterprises and succeed as an entrepreneur, you make money, you improve the standard of living, and you provide employment opportunities. So there are so many advantages involved in entrepreneurship. So we should encourage entrepreneurship. And I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but I could not become. And I became a faculty member in the year 2007. So entrepreneurship is easier said than done. It involves lots of ups and downs, setbacks, all those things. You must be able to swallow humiliations, insults, setbacks, and yet you have to be optimistic, and you have to network, and you have to keep growing. And this entrepreneurship is one of the topics I mentioned in my books, and I published 53 books, and I often talk about indirectly or directly about entrepreneurs. And when I talk about entrepreneurs, so one person I admire very much now, admire is Colonel Sanders. In old days, I think after 60 plus, he started KFC and succeeded. He was a military officer, and I was also into Air Force. Of course, I was a corporal, right? That's a different story. So I think after 60 plus, he started KFC and succeeded. And so it's very obvious that age is just a number. That's one aspect. That means you can succeed at any time, right? So age is just a number. Apart from that age, entrepreneurs are resilient, and they learn lessons, they embrace change, they embrace failures, and they keep moving. So that is about entrepreneurship. And I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but I could not. So finally I became a faculty member year 2007. Okay, that's a different thing. So I told you about Seattle story about and entrepreneurship. Now I'll briefly talk about philosophy. That means I have a diversified experience. I have 63 years of experience and 61 years of observation in my life. So an idea flashed, I think 4 or 5 days back, to create my own philosophy. And then I started writing about my philosophy, and I opened a Word document and I started. And whenever I get ideas, and I write them down. That's my nature. And I journal a lot, and I still have the diaries which I have written very long back. A short pencil is better than a long memory. That's what I believe. So I used to do that, and I used to write. Then an idea is flashed about creating my own philosophy, and that's how I started thinking about philosophy. And the only thing, for anything, an idea has to flash, and you have to write down, and then you have to start exploring. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So I always take first step. I take initiative. That's initiative is an integral part of my personality. Then I started, and then finally, when I googled my own name, Professor M.S.Rao, philosophy, then it talks. Professor M.S. Rao emphasizes the philosophy of education first. health first, education second, and wealth third. So this was the phrase I coined. So let me repeat the philosophy that when I googled my name, Professor M.S. Rao's philosophy, then it started with in the first page it came, Professor M.S. Rao's philosophy is to emphasize health first, education second, and wealth third. So I got some energy. Okay, let me see. Then I wrote down and created documents and triggers, hashtags, everything. Then and I'm started doing research. This is how the journey has begun. So then again, when I googled further from first page to the last page, then I mentioned about what is your leadership philosophy. I mentioned it was published in an online magazine and also in print also. Then I often talk about philosophy, then leadership philosophy, legacy. I often talk about and I write about, but now that flashed, because all these things are happening because of the power of my subconscious mind. So now I am able to take out from my subconscious mind. Then I started working on my own philosophy. That's how I started. So philosophy means what? It's a set of values, right? Philosophy means you should have some core values, set of values, and you have to integrate with various aspects so that you can create your own philosophy. Everyone has their own philosophy, and there are some thinkers, philosophers I admire. The first person I admire is Socrates, and I mentioned about Socrates 3 filter test and many ways, and I shared with my students also. So Socrates is known as father of philosophy, and he was the first philosopher in the world. Then I started thinking about various people. So be a Socrates and be a Cicero. Be a Socrates as a philosopher. Be a Cicero as a orator, and be Leonardo da Vinci painter who created the Mona Lisa. Then be a storyteller, and be resilient like Abraham Lincoln, and be persistent like Washington. So like that I created a quote also. So I want to explore further. So I want to explore, and I want to create my own philosophy. So when you have a philosophy, you can impact humankind, and there will be a criticism that we have to accept, because people don't think alike, people think different. So we respect different perspectives with different ideas of the people, and people write what they feel comfortable at that time, and that can be contested and debated by various other thinkers and people, and it's part of a philosophical journey. So I am very open for criticism, and one way criticism is good, so that you can improve and correct yourself and do better. But at the same time, you should never compromise your core values. Philosophy is a set of values. It's about truth, ideals. So many aspects are involved. Then I just want to differentiate between philosophy and doctrine. Then I want to integrate philosophy with soft leadership that I have coined. So I want to do a couple of things, but I want to do things little by little. So today I worked for 2 hours on this philosophy, and I created multiple documents in one folder. So I started my journey. As I said, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So I took the first step because I take initiative and do the things of my own. So I'm very happy that I started my journey. So I introduced myself. Then second, I shared with you about Seattle story. Now I briefly talked about the philosophy, my own philosophy, which popped up some 3-4 days back, and definitely I will explore, and I think things will fall into the place. I'm basically very curious and creative by nature, and I believe in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. I donned multiple hats as a soldier, because I was an Indian Air Force veteran for 12 years. Then 12 to 14 years I was an entrepreneur, which didn't work out. Then I became a faculty member and became a professor. Then in the year 2010 I became an author. So I subsequently published 53 books. Still 60 books are still 7 books are pending. I have to clear the book proposals, and I don't stick to any particular genre. I published 53 books in different areas, such as teaching, training, personality development, then mindfulness, diversity, executive coaching. Now I want to write a book tentatively titled Survivor, which is a memoir. So this is again a different genre I am exploring. So the book I am trying to write is Survivor. This book talks about my brain stroke and my health challenges, and how I was betrayed and backstabbed by my father-in-law and brother-in-law, and how the kind of toxic family I was born into, and my chaotic childhood. And I would like to share with others through storytelling, and I'll share my financial challenges, troubles, all those things I would like to share through a memoir, which is tentatively titled Survivor. And daily I'm uploading one video. I think I'll continue uploading videos for a week, because it's I think snow. We are going to we are going to have snow, so I can't go out. So I think for a week I'll record and upload regularly. And I record my videos on my smartphone, because I don't have equipment, and I don't have the resources, and I am holding my smartphone with my left hand, and which is very stressful and painful, and I can't shift my mobile from left hand to right hand. It's very troublesome, and but still I am recording. Why I am recording is that I want to keep my memories. Already I am 61 years old. I just want to keep my memories, so that if people enjoy my videos, they will share with their networks. That serves my purpose. I create stories and share my stories to make a difference and impact the world. That's my lifetime goal. So let me repeat my lifetime ambition. I create my own stories and share them to make a difference and impact humankind. That's my ultimate objective. So that's why I am doing, and I am a storyteller. I enjoy my nature, and I am walking. I have a chronic back pain since 2007, and I have a brain stroke. That is a second problem. Third, I have an internal problems, and my right hand has been paralyzed. So lots of challenges I am having, but despite all the challenges, I am moving forward. So daily I have to go for a walk, otherwise I'll be on the bed forever. And let me share with you another thing is that I have been hitting gym for more than 40 years. But even then I had chronic back pain because I have been writing continuously since 2007 by sitting. I didn't have table. I was sitting and writing. Then subsequently I came to know that I had a chronic back pain, and then back, that's a severe problem with my back pain, and the doctor advised me to go for a walk so that I can overcome my back pain. Even if I can't overcome the back pain, at least I can get relief when I go for a walk. So I am going for a walk so that I can get relief from my back pain. So this is the story of my back pain. So I am uploading only raw videos because I am not good at technology. I am not a digital savvy. So I am uploading only raw videos. So please empathize with me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if some of my stories resonates, that serves my purpose. So I want to impact humankind. That's my job. So I'll go forward and then I'll come back. This is the railway station. Yeah, this is the railway station. Come. This is the railway station. Yeah, I'll return from here. I think it will take maximum 1 hour. I think I will go for a walk for a week. Then I'll stop because snow is approaching. So I have to be very careful. So what I have to do is daily once I do physiotherapy exercises apart from going for a walk. And now I think I have to do physiotherapy exercises thrice. Some physical activities I do workout at home daily once. Now I want to do thrice to overcome my back pain and to ensure agility and mobility and agility. Very beautiful place. This is the railway station. I don't Edmund, or I don't know that railway station name. I think Edmund Street or something like that. So now we are returning. So I will hand over my smartphone to my wife because it's very cold. It is literally frozen with my left hand. This is known as Columbia City Station. Just 1 minute, please hold it. So I have to rub with my both hands so that I can create a friction and heat. And my right shoulder is numb. There is no sense to my right hand. Mechanically I am operating with my right hand. So this is the railway station, Columbia City Station. This is the name of the railway station, Columbia City Station in Seattle. Now we are coming. So let me take a moment to create heat. Columbia City Station. Okay, fine. So now we are returning. So I think 30 minutes. It takes maximum 1 hour. We'll return home because this is how we calculate. So daily what we are doing, we are taking one point and we are going for a walk and returning. So we can enjoy the nature, and it's good for health, for my wife also, and for me it's very much required because I have a chronic severe back pain. So now I will talk about Professor MSRao's 4am rule that I have started a new rule recently. Usually what I do, I create my own frameworks, I create rules, I create my own methods, I create new perspectives. Now I want to create my own philosophy. So like that I keep doing lots of things. Why? Because I'm very curious by nature. I'm creative and curious. I'm not intelligent, I'm below average in intelligence, but I'm gifted with a great imagination. Because of that imagination only I could write 53 books. So every individual has strengths and weaknesses. My weaknesses are that I am a late bloomer. I can't understand certain things. Especially after the brain stroke, I have lots of challenges. I had a brain fog. For more than 1 year, I had some problems to understand also. Sometimes I am repeating the same thing after the brain stroke. Sometimes I struggle to connect the dots. So lots of challenges are there. Fine, that's a different aspect of it. I am very curious and creative. I'm very consistent in my activities. I'm very persistent. I never give up. So I started a new rule, that is Professor MSRao's 4am rule. This rule is based on my life, basically because I'm an Indian Air Force veteran. When I was 18, I joined Indian Air Force. 18 or 19, I joined Indian Air Force. Then I used to go for a health run with other colleagues in the Indian Air Force. So that led me to become a morning person. That's one thing. Second thing, and I have been waking up since 2007 at 4 o'clock in the morning. That is the second trigger. Third thing is that I create own content, I generate my own content, then I destroy unwanted things. That's how I do it. So because of these various aspects, I started a new rule that is known as Professor MSRao's 4am rule. Here I'll explain about this Professor MSRao's 4am rule. I wake up every day morning at 4 o'clock and I read a lot. I write a lot. Of course, I'm not able to type, and I am not able to eat with my right hand, so I am not able to write. But I was watching videos and learning, and of course I am reading little bit, and I am connecting. So morning I wake up and I create knowledge. I write books and throughout the day I generate knowledge, because I have 43 years of experience and 61 years of observation. So all those things I integrate and share my knowledge. At the end of the day or in the night, what I do, I destroy unwanted things, files, etc., documents, and prepare a to-do list for the next day morning. I do a to-do list to do the things for the next day morning. So that's how I do it. Precisely, I am the creator, I am the generator, and I am the destroyer. So this is what I have been doing. I'm since 2007 onwards. I'm waking up at morning 4 o'clock, and when I wake up every day morning, there are multiple advantages, because the entire day will be under our control, because you wake up at morning 4 o'clock. And yesterday I watched the video of Disney CEO, Bob Iger, I think. I watched the video, then I came to that he also wakes up at 4 o'clock every day. So there are some people, they wake up in the morning. I think Steve Jobs wakes up at 3:45. I think 3:45 he wakes up. And some of the leaders, they wake up in the morning. They are early birds, because they can focus clearly, and they achieve their goals, and they can resolve the problems, and they can avoid distractions. So many advantages of being an early bird. And so I'm a morning person, and I'm an early bird. And I was interviewed by various magazines and journals, and often talked about being an early riser. And I published 53 books, and I serve on the editorial board of Emerald and JVPL. And I was interviewed by various magazines and journals about my daily routine, especially morning routine. And there was an online website that interviewed me, because I'm a morning man, and I think 6 to 7 years back I was interviewed by an online magazine. That is my morning routine. So it's very obvious that I'm a morning person. And when you wake up 4 o'clock, I mean, when you follow Professor MS.Rao's 4 a.m. rule, so the entire day will be under your control. There is positivity, and you will handle the problems easily, and you can execute effectively. So daily morning I undertake 3 activities and resolve them. And if I can't resolve, then I keep them pending, and I postpone them, and then take other aspects and resolve. So by following Professor MS.Rao's 4 a.m. rule, I got results, fair results. And so I implore you to wake up in the morning, so that you can enjoy the day, and you can reap benefits. And when you wake up in the morning, there are a couple of advantages. I would like to share with you some of them. When you wake up in the morning, and when you follow Professor MS.Rao's 4 a.m. rule, you can check for dementia, you can check decision fatigue, you can check depression. Alzheimer's is a disease which is prevailing in USA. It's a very big challenge, and it's related to dementia. So we should, if you follow Professor MS.Rao's 4 a.m. rule, it helps you. So I encourage you to go for walking, swimming, and meditation. And you don't, if you can walk, you don't need any equipment. And when you walk, you get lots of ideas. I enjoy walking, and when I walk, I get lots of ideas. That's why I prefer walking. Whereas some people have their own rhythms, and they have different circadian rhythms. They have their own priorities. So we respect their way of approach. My way of approach is being an early bird, and do the things. So you can go for walking, you can go for swimming, you can go for meditation. When you go for meditation, the best medicine, all that you need to have is a mat. Sit there in a quiet place and do meditation. You can unlock your inner potential. So when you follow Professor M.S. Rao's 4 a.m. rule, you can achieve, you can integrate your mental powers, spiritual powers, emotional powers, and physical powers, and you can achieve great health. You will be mindful. So this is good. I implore everyone to adopt Professor M.S. Rao's 4 a.m. rule, and we can't force the people, because people have their own priorities. As I said, people have their different biological clocks. Some people work in hybrid, some people work remote, some people work at different time zones because of their commitments and because of their various other aspects. So but waking up in the morning is ideal. So what I would implore everyone is that whatever is possible and feasible, you accept. Whatever you don't like, you can discard. There is no fixed approach to Professor M.S. Rao's 4 a.m. rule. This is the approach I created, and you can follow it. And if you don't feel comfortable, you can discard. Because there are some people, they are night owls, whereas I am an early bird. So like that. So this is about Professor M.S. Rao's 4 a.m. rule that I created, and I am doing research. I have different. I am doing research for Nobel Prize in behavioral economics. That's different. I am doing research on soft leadership. That is different. Now I want to. I started doing research on philosophy. Then I create models, methods, all those things. I do it because I want to impact humankind. And life is very short, and let us extend it through longevity, and let us emphasize mindfulness. Okay, fine. People say it is short, correct. Let us extend our longevity, right? So you are living in this beautiful planet for a limited time. So what you have to do, you have to identify the important challenges, address them. Because you are gifted with a limited lifespan on this beautiful planet. What happens next, that nobody can predict. So best thing is to identify the important challenges, address them to add value and impact. Whatever is possible, you impact in a minor way or a big way, a huge way. It all depends upon your philosophy, your ideas, various time, various other aspects are involved. So I believe that if I waste 1 second, that means I wasted 1 second of my life. That's what I believe, because life of an individual is stipulated. So we have to work within the stipulated time. This is what I emphasize, right? Now I will talk briefly about my life. Then I will share some other aspects. Okay. So I explained about. I introduced myself. I shared Seattle story. I shared my philosophy. I explained about Professor M.S. Rao's 4 a.m. rule. Now I'll briefly explain about my life. I was born on October 31st, 1963 in a tiny village in India. I was born in a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. For 18 years I was at home. My childhood was chaotic. I could not enjoy my childhood. Sometimes I used to serve tea. Sometimes I would collect cash from the cash counter, and sometimes I cleaned the dishes because my father had a tea stall, and I used to support my father. And my father was disorganized, and he was a litigant and alcoholic, and my mother is a disaster. So lots of challenges about my life, and I was cursed with toxic siblings. So we can't blame others because I was born into a total family, means that's not in my decision. But what is there in our hands is that we can create our own destiny. Your life depends on your life, where you were born, how you were born. That doesn't make any sense. We have to think of adding value and impacting the people. That's what our job. Avoid whining, avoid criticizing, avoid condemning. Be positive and be optimistic. Just 1 minute, I got a clearance, so I have to walk through, then I will start. So just a moment, so let me walk fast. Yeah, come. Yeah. Come. Okay. Come. This is okay. Okay. So for 18 years I was at my home, and I joined Indian Air Force when I was 18 or 19 as an airman, and I was lucky that I came out of the toxic family and toxic environment. I grew as a healthy citizen, and I grew as a leader after I joined the Indian Air Force. Again, people might think that I was an officer in the Indian Air Force, but the reality is that I served in the lowest rank of a corporal for 12 years in the Indian Air Force. Hi. Okay, good. Here people are good. Good. Okay, fine. So I joined Indian Air Force when I was 18, and I discontinued my degree. Then again I continued my degree. Usually degree takes 3 years, but it took more than 4 years to complete my degree. When I completed when I was in the Indian Air Force, and I joined Indian Air Force on 4th February 1963 in Hyderabad. 5th February 1982 I went to Tambram, and my life started. My first salary was around 400 rupees, and I gave all the money to my parents to support them regularly, and also I gave my Air Force money to purchase a gold for my mother, and I gave my money to construct the first floor of the house. Unfortunately, my own siblings, they backstabbed, and they have taken our money and properties. So you can imagine the kind of family I was born into, the kind of toxic siblings I grew up. So life taught me so many things. So life made me stronger and braver, and not to trust people blindly. And I joined Indian Air Force. Then for 12 years I served in the Indian Air Force. Then what happened? My father-in-law invited me to join for a business. So I left Indian Air Force and I joined for a business. Unfortunately, my brother-in-law and father-in-law, they have backstabbed and they ruined my career. So you can understand the kind of challenges I underwent in my life. Backstabbing by my father-in-law and brother-in-law, and a toxic family I was born into. And two major challenges I encountered in my life was 2007 was very challenging. I left business. Second challenge was that 2021 I had a brain stroke. One more challenge. All challenges I encountered, but brain stroke ruined my health in the year 2021. So I'm lucky that I survived. So I acquired in the Indian Air Force. I acquired 6 qualifications. They are DME from Indian Air Force, degree BSc from Andhra University, then PhD from Ministry of Defence, MA from Ajmer University, MBA from IGNOU Delhi, and PGDCL I completed when I was doing in the night college. So all these qualifications I acquired through private education, not through regular education. So people might think that I acquired my qualifications from reputed universities like Cambridge, Harvard, INSEAD, MIT, but the reality is that I was a college dropout. Then again I continued my education and acquired all qualifications through private education. And I used to go to far distant places to acquire knowledge, to make notes, and acquired qualifications. I funded my sister for education. I funded one of my friends, of course, which I never took back. So I'm a giver. So all these qualifications I acquired through private education, not the regular education. And again I served in the lowest rank of a corporal. And again people might think that I was a commissioned officer, but I was a simple technician and I served in the lowest rank of a corporal. So this is my story, this is my life. So this is my philosophy, whatever it is you call it. So I am sharing all these things through my video by recording, and I'll upload after 1 hour. So friends, life teaches you many lessons. You have to learn lessons and you have to move on. Let go and move on. That must be the slogan. Not a slogan, it's a reality. Let go and move on. Don't whining and don't complain and no condemn. So just I'm waiting for a moment. So then I will. I'm close to, very close to the home. So what we have to do? So now I'm coming to my home. So I would like to share a couple of messages. As I said, I'm sharing my knowledge on life, leadership, and philosophy in this video. I request you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your networks. And now the temperatures are very down, and today I have seen foggy weather. I think after a month, after a week, I think I can't go out. Snow is approaching, and it will be ice after a month, I think. So I am preparing mentally, and already I have spent 3 months, and I think 2 to 3 months I will be here. So friends, enjoy every moment of your life. Don't complain, don't condemn, don't criticize. Be positive. My blood group is be positive, and I am positive by nature. Keep moving. Embrace change, embrace technology. Embrace failures. Failure is only a comma, not a full stop. Failures are learning lessons. You have to learn and move on. And whenever you fail, you must learn lessons and move on. And don't get stuck. Don't whine. Don't complain. Learn lessons and keep moving. So I advise young people especially to emphasize education and character. Precisely, I implore everyone to emphasize character education. So when you have a good character and good education, sky is the limit for you. So, and I believe in acquiring knowledge and sharing my knowledge, and I have 4 blogs and 3 YouTube channels, and I find out the time to share my knowledge regularly. This unnecessarily I don't waste my time, because my time is limited, especially after the Brainstorm. I realized how fragile the life is. That otherwise I was taking everything for granted before the Brainstorm. Now Brainstorm has opened my eyes. So don't think about your unpleasant past. Don't think too much about the future that can't be predicted. Learn to live in the present. Enjoy every moment of your life. Life is beautiful. Life is creative. Life is credible. Life is full of opportunities. Life is a magic. Life is a miracle. So enjoy the life and be positive. Never give up. Embrace failures. Learn lessons. Let go of the unpleasant past. Keep moving and keep rocking. So I hope if you like this my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your networks. And it's very cold, and it's very foggy. So now I will go inside, and after a week I don't think I will record and upload videos, because the snow is approaching us. And let me see. Yeah, now I am seeing my own face. Okay friends, so emphasize empathy, emphasize humanity, emphasize gratitude, have the attitude of gratitude. So in this video I introduced myself. That's one thing. I'm wrapping up my video. Today I introduced myself, then I shared my Seattle story, then I shared my philosophy, then I shared with Professor M.S.Rao's 4 AM rule, and I shared certain aspects of my life, of my education and private education, and various other aspects I have changed. So the final message I am leaving to everyone is that emphasize character education. And when you have good education and good character, sky is the limit. The message from my book is my book titled "See the Light in You" gives a message to emphasize on the philosophy of health first, education second, and wealth third. And life is all about possibilities. Be positive, never give up, and keep rocking. And everything happens for a reason. All that happens for a good. And today is a Thanksgiving day. I wish everyone. I wish everyone Thanksgiving. Express my gratitude, and I practice gratitude with gratitude.